Welcome to Excel Tips and tip number 32. Today we're going to show you the power of a index match, quite a very strong function when used correctly and together. Looking on the screen, I'm just going to show you a couple of quick ways to get the data and then show you the power of the index match as we go along. So previously we showed you a VLOOKUP formula which would look something like this. VLOOKUP, the lookup value will be New South Wales, the table array will be here, and we'll say the column will be 2. And false because we want an exact match. Works fine. New South Wales 170, New South Wales 170. Problem is if we suddenly insert a column here and say we've got employees to deal with, and we say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, just for argument's sake, and suddenly New South Wales sales equals 30, which is the employee number rather than the sales number. So last time we did that, we actually said, well, when we write the VLOOKUP formula, we would say lookup value, table array, which is now the correct size of the table, column index, we're going to do a match, and we're going to say match the title to the set of titles. Match type will be 0 because we want an exact match, and then the type would be false for the VLOOKUP because we want an exact match, and suddenly that works. But the problem with this is, say example, the heading couldn't be the same. We want sales summary as the heading rather than just sales. Suddenly we've got a #NA. Now one way to combat this is to use a index. I mean, you could adjust the formula so it removes the word summary, but it's just not as easy. So in this one we're going to say index, and we're going to say our array that we're indexing is the sales array. And then what we want to do is match in the index, the lookup value being New South Wales, and the lookup array is the state column. We want the match type to be 0 because it's exact. We'll close that off, close off the index, and then suddenly we've got 170. Now the other thing I want to show you about an index match is very different against a VLOOKUP or anything like that. It actually works in reverse. VLOOKUPs you can only look to the right, whereas the index match, I can say index being sales, and I want to now match New South Wales against the state column, which is further forward than the sales column. Exact match, and there we have it. It works as well. So we can actually move those areas around and it will work very, very competently. And that's why I'm saying index match is a very powerful formula as far as doing referencing and lookups. I still love my VLOOKUPs, and VLOOKUPs are a very powerful formula as well, but index match is a very, very strong combination and one worth considering.